Thunder erupted like artillery across the night sky, a relentless assault on the fragile world below. Rain lashed sideways over the Brooklyn Bridge, driven by a wind that wailed like a wounded beast. Streetlights flickered weakly, swallowed by fog, casting the city in silver-gray shadows. It was just past midnight, and Liam Carter trudged through the downpour, his 2-year-old daughter Emma nestled against his chest, asleep beneath the only dry thing he owned, his threadbare coat, wrapped tightly around her. His own shirt clung to his skin, soaked and icy, as he battled the storm. His shift at the warehouse had dragged late again. Another grueling walk home, another night scraping by. Then he saw her. At first, she was just a shadow at the bridge's edge, a silhouette against the tempest. A woman stood on the outer railing barefoot, arms outstretched slightly, her dress plastered to her frame like a ghost shroud. His heart lurched. She was going to jump. Liam broke into a sprint, Emma jostling against his ribs, her small weight a counterbalance to his panic. "Hey!" he shouted, voice torn away by the wind. "No, wait." The woman turned her head as her foot slipped. She pitched forward. Liam lunged, his hand snagging her wrist just in time. The momentum yanked him forward, his knee crashing into the iron railing with a sharp crack. Pain shot through him, and he nearly lost his grip. Emma whimpered, startled and afraid. Liam twisted, shielding her as he strained to hold on. The woman screamed, dangling over the churning river below, her free arm flailing, hair whipping around her face. Liam gritted his teeth, rain blinding him, fingers slipping on her slick skin. "Don't let go," he yelled over the storm. "I can't, your grip," she cried. "I've got you," he gasped, voice trembling with effort. "Just don't move." She panicked, kicking instinctively, each motion loosening his hold. "Stop," he pleaded. "You're slipping." "I didn't want this. I didn't mean to," she sobbed. "It's okay. I've got you. Please don't fight me." His arms burned, knees ached, rainwater streaming into his eyes and mouth. He couldn't breathe. "Listen," he said, voice cracking with fatigue. "You don't have to do this. You don't have to end it here." Her hand slid in his grasp. "No, no," he hissed. "Not yet, please." Risking everything, he tightened his hold on Emma with one arm and hauled the woman up an inch, then another. She slipped again, screaming and sobbing. "Keep trying," he begged. "Don't stop. Don't give up. You don't know what I've lost." She choked out, "I have no one. I'm done pretending. I know pain," Liam rasped. "I know hollow. I've lived it every day." Her hand trembled, nearly free. "I lost my wife," he said, voice breaking. "Watched her die. Held our baby in one arm while my world burned." The woman froze. "I didn't think I could go on, but Emma gave me a reason. Maybe you don't have one yet, but you will." "I can't feel my arm," she sobbed. "You're almost there," he groaned. "Just a little more, please." With a final surge, he set Emma down on the wet walkway. She cried but stayed put. Liam seized the woman with both hands, pulling with a groan, gasping, praying. Her foot caught the railing. He grabbed her waist and yanked. She collapsed into him, shaking violently, sobs ripped away by the wind. He wrapped his arms around her, trembling from exertion. Emma crawled into his lap, wet and confused. The three huddled under the storm, hearts still beating. "You saved me," she whispered. "I just reminded you you're worth saving," Liam said softly, voice raw. They sat, soaked and breathless, until Liam pulled back. "We can't stay here. Let's get you warm." She nodded, speechless, and they rose, staggering away from the edge. The rain eased to a drizzle by the time they reached the bus shelter. Liam eased her onto the bench, draping his coat over her trembling shoulders. Emma stirred but slept on, warm against him. The woman, Aurora she'd later say, clutched the coat, eyes down, hair plastered to her cheeks. Liam rocked Emma, staring at the city's blurred lights, his mind drifting to the fire. 1 year ago, sirens screamed. Smoke choked the sky. Flames devoured his Brooklyn apartment. Sarah had called, smelled smoke, said she'd grab Emma and flee. Then silence. Liam tore through the halls, yelling her name, but the third floor collapsed. Fire raged between him and home. "Get out!" A voice shouted over the radio, but he screamed for Sarah until they dragged him out. She never reached the door. Smoke inhalation. "Quick, quiet," the coroner said, but it wasn't quiet for him. Weeks of breaking at Emma's side. He quit the fire department, gave away medals, moved, took any job, construction, janitorial, delivery, to survive. Guilt lingered. Looking at Aurora, he saw that same hollow weight. Silence broke with her soft voice. My mom died in a car crash when I was 16. She was everything. We walked this bridge. She loved the view, said he healed, standing between two places. Bitter smile. After my dad shut down, buried himself in work, cold, mechanical. At 18, he enrolled me in business school, said I'd take over the legacy. Liam listened. I hate business. I wanted to paint. Mom said I had colors in my soul, but he called it useless. Love weakness, dreams distractions. Her voice trembled. Last month, he said I'd marry Derek, his partner's son, to strengthen the alliance. I'm 19, and he's marrying me off like a pawn. I fought back, told him I couldn't. He said, walk away, lose everything, money, name, home. I ran, ended up on the bridge. All I thought was Mom's love and my hate for this life. Liam nodded. Pain can blind. But you're here. Aurora wiped her face. I don't know why. Because you're stronger than you think, he said. I've seen strength in Emma's cry, in surviving loss. She looked at Emma. She's your reason. Yes. And maybe you'll find yours. A bus approached. Let's get you somewhere dry, he said. They boarded. Emma asleep, Aurora silent. At his cramped apartment, he lit a candle, offered tea. Stay tonight. I'll take the floor. She nodded, exhaustion winning. He laid out blankets, checked Emma, then sat by the window, rain tapping glass, reflecting on Sarah, her laugh, her strength. Aurora slept, coat still around her. Morning brought weak sunlight. Aurora stirred, eyes red. I should go. Where? Anywhere but home. You need a plan. She hesitated. I have a friend in Queens. Can I use your phone? He handed it over. She called, arranged to stay. Thank you, she said. For the bridge, this. Just helping, he replied. She left, coat returned, a small smile lingering. Days passed. Liam worked, cared for Emma. Then a knock, Aurora, jeans and backpack. No designer sheen. My friend's place fell through. Can I stay? He nodded. Couch is yours. She stayed, helping with Emma, painting walls with scavenged supplies. They talked her father's control, his fire, their losses. Bond grew. Weeks later, Aurora worked at a café. Liam part-time construction. They saved, dreaming of a café warm, welcoming. Aurora painted. Liam built counters from reclaimed wood. Emma named it Second Chances. It opened quietly. Neighbors, friends, cinnamon scents. One afternoon, a gray-suited man entered. Harold Whitmore, Aurora's father. He watched her teach Emma to paint, saw the glow in her freedom. Leaving a check in the donation jar and signed, but with for her colors, he dabbed his eyes and left. Aurora found it, cried, not for money, but for his seeing her. A year later, Second Chances thrive in a brownstone near the bridge, hand-painted sign in gold. Photos adorned a wall, bridge in rain, Liam with Emma, Aurora smiling. A corner hosted support groups, talks, healing. Emma, nearly 4, darted in an apron, asking, "Coffee, mister?" One Thursday, students recorded Aurora's story. I stood on that bridge, thought my life wasn't mine. Then a stranger soaked, holding a child, said, "If you live, I'll thank you." I lived. A man in gray slipped a certificate into the donation box. Whitmore, anonymous. She smiled, forgiving. They married under the bridge, fairy lights glowing, wildflowers lining the walk. Emma skipped with a bouquet, Aurora barefoot in white. Here, where a life almost ended, a new one begins, the officiant said. Guests filled the cafe, laughter, music. Harold visited, gifting Emma a book, Second Chances, with her name. Legacy is this, he said. You've made me proud. Forgiveness settled. That night by the cafe, Aurora leaned into Liam. If you hadn't stopped me, if you hadn't believed, Emma ran out. I love this bridge, it's hope. They believed. The bridge, once an end, became a symbol of second chances, love unconditional, courage through storms. If this story touched you, reminding you love find a way in darkness, believe in second chances. Subscribe to soul-stirring stories for tales that heal, inspire, and connect. Click the bell for more.